a softening of the Prime Minister's previously immovable red lines in a bid to end the Brexit deadlock.
I've always been clear that we could make a success of no deal in the long term, but leaving with a deal is the best solution. So we will need a further extension of Article 50, one that is as short as possible and which ends when we pass a deal.
Embattled but determined to keep going, Theresa May offered to meet with the opposition leader Jeremy Corbyn to find a new Brexit plan. An attempt perhaps to leave behind her deeply divided party to seek a national consensus and a softer Brexit, leaving the UK more closely aligned with the European Union.
So far, she hasn't shown much signs of compromise, but I'm pleased that today she has indicated she will accept the view of Parliament and is prepared to reach out and have that discussion.
Earlier on in Downing Street, one by one they arrived. Members of the cabinet gathered, attempting to plot a course through the chaos. No deal is in sight, and the UK is running out of days to make one. This is the current state of Brexit, a high-risk game where one side is waiting for the other to blink first, and time is not on anyone's side. The stakes are higher than ever, as is the risk of the UK crashing out of the EU. What happens here over the next 10 days will be absolutely critical. Parliament so far has been unable to make up its mind over what kind of Brexit there ought to be. But as the clock runs down, so too does patience in Brussels, where there is little appetite to prolong an already overdue process. For the EU, there is little comfort taken at the ever-increasing possibility of a no-deal divorce.
No deal was never our desired or intended scenario. No deal was never my desired or intended scenario. But the EU27 is now prepared. It becomes day after day more likely.
Meanwhile, ahead of next week's EU summit, Ireland's Prime Minister Leo Varadkar met for talks with the French President. Emmanuel Macron has been vocal on the UK's need to come up with a deal as soon as possible, not least to safeguard its fellow EU members from the fallout of a no-deal scenario. It has taken 2 3/4 years for the UK to reach this point. Attitudes have hardened, as has the anger at the impasse. Police on Tuesday said they were investigating 2 bomb scares on the rail network, which they say are Brexit-related. Many are looking to the end of this chaotic period in British politics. But the forces it has unleashed have already cast their shadows over the UK. Sonia, Gallego, Al Jazeera, London.